Hello, everybody, and welcome to our last training module in this Infusionsoft Basics course. And this one's just going to kind of bring it all together. So take everything we've learned in the last 5 sessions and really kind of bring it all together and wrap it up in a nice, neat bow. Um, so we're going to just go over, kind of review what we've talked about, look at a couple additional resources that I've given you, and then I look forward to seeing what you guys have come up with when it comes to packaging. I'd love for you to share in the Facebook group. You can also leave comments and questions below the video here. But I think if we share, it'll help each other kind of grasp on what they could package or what you could package together. So as I said, this is just kind of wrapping it all up in a nice, neat bow. So this is the last session, but I want to make sure that you know that you have continued access to all the information. You can always come back in at any time into Kajabi, which is where we've moved to, and go ahead and download the resources. If there's some updates, you can have a look at that as well. The Facebook group isn't going to go anywhere, so you still have that as something. The practice sandbox is still there for you to play in. Any questions or issues, you can reach out to me, help@techiementor.com, or like I said, feel free to post in Kajabi here, and I'm in here all the time, so I will be sure to respond as well. So one of the first things I want to talk to you about is I put together a mock project. So I have really taken the skills that you've learned over the last 5 sessions, um, and put it into kind of a mock project format. So what you're basically going to be working on is contacts and searches for the CRM. Email marketing, you're going to be working with tags, template, broadcast, and campaigns. And the shopping cart, you're going to be working with products and order forms. So this is just to kind of get you really engrossed in what you've learned. And like I said, repetition, practice, practice, practice will make it so much easier for you, because my goal is for you to hit the ground running once you're done with all these sessions and start packaging your Infusionsoft knowledge and get some clients. And the minute you do, I want to hear from you. I want you to send me a note. I want you to post in Facebook. I want you to come in here and say, woohoo, I sold my first Infusionsoft package. We can all celebrate together. So there is a document called Project Mock Project, and it basically goes through all this. I'll just show it to you real quick if I can. I know my screen's kind of a mess, so you'll just have to ignore what you see here really quickly. So here's my mock project, and basically you can see that it's very detailed. Okay, so there's a total of 9 steps, very detailed. So, and you're welcome to wing it as well. But I did this because I really wanted you to be able to follow a plan, something similar to what maybe a customer would want you to do. So feel free to kind of do what you need, but you can also feel free to go through this and love your feedback. You know, if you think something's missing, you think there needs to be more to this mock project, please let me know. I'm always open for honest feedback. The other document that I have included, and I know that I don't really like the format so much, but it has to be wide in order for it all to fit. This is what we call a marketing flow campaign. This is a document that I used to use with clients when it came to mapping out their marketing. And basically, this gives you the name of the project, or if you're working on a specific project, or maybe it's just something specific that you're doing, the company, the description, what are the components? Is there something that's going to be on a web page? If so, how many? Where's it at? What type of product? What's the price? Are there recurring details? Any tags, right? Broadcast or AR emails. I realize I have one shopping cart in here. I need to take that out. So this is basically going to let you map everything out. And then if you're more of a visual person, you can actually use this to kind of map the entire flow for a campaign as well. So you kind of get an idea of how this works. I really recommend that you try this out, because it really makes things easier when you're working with clients. You can help them kind of flow out, okay, if they want a campaign, what's a campaign going to do? Or if they're going to have a free webinar, what's that whole flow look like? Because remember, one of the things about Infusionsoft is its strategic ability. So you need to have that vision, and this form will really help you with that. And I'm going to come back here, and actually I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to get rid of the one shopping cart reference because we don't need that. And I'm going to head back over to PowerPoint. Okay, so that's the mock project. I talked about the marketing flow. Great thing for you to try out. And then I just want to revisit the packages piece for just a minute. We spent a lot of time on this in the very first module. And what I told you then is you want to come back and revisit those packaging webinars again once you've gone through the training. Okay, so I've taken some of the meat here and put it in here real quick. One of the things you want to do is make sure you structure your packages. And the easiest thing to do, in my opinion, is start with the email marketing package. You know, do so many e-zines a month or a broadcast a month, because that is something that most people need. They need a way to send out their e-zine. There are other ones that you can do. And I'm just going to whip through this real quick because you do have those individual modules in the first session that we did together. But the thing you have to remember is you always want to include all your details, your a la carte items, your prices, your deadline, all the details. Remember, it's not a retainer, it's a package. And so this just, again, you want to quantify everything to make sure that they understand exactly what they're getting. And just some examples, the monthly management package or the monthly email package, or monthly e-zine, remember, you can call it whatever you want. To me, those are the ones to start with. If you really are struggling, that would be where I started. I gave you an idea of a starter package, so maybe somebody is going to be using an arm of Infusionsoft that they've never used before. Maybe they're going to do referral partners, or they're going to do the e-commerce piece. You could actually create a starter package for that. Different a la carte items. Just remember, you need to take your overall steps that you are, the overall details you have in your package, and then break out the a la carte items accordingly. So how are your Infusionsoft skills now? I asked you this at the beginning. Now I'm asking you at the end. I hopefully you say, oh, they're so much better. What are you comfortable doing? If you're not comfortable, repeat it. Use the sandbox while you have access to it. Okay, remember, you need to know how long it takes. Well, time yourself. Get your task management system open and start timing yourself. Time yourself on the mock project that I have, just to get in the habit of doing it. Okay, start small, and as you increase your skills, you can increase your packages and pricing. And like I said, the best one to start with in my mind is that email marketing package. Remember, it's based on your expertise, not your time. So your hourly rate should be higher now that you're an Infusionsoft person, because Infusionsoft is a higher expertise. You can charge more for it. So give yourself a range. Look at what you're charging today and say, okay, well, as I've mentioned, and this is just an average, you know, on average, the low end of Infusionsoft rates are $50. Now, if that makes you cringe, you know, go up in increments. But trust me, there are people who that was when I first started Infusionsoft, that's what I charged, and I had no problem finding clients. So I know it can happen. And then you could package accordingly. So remember, go back through, watch the processing one on packaging as well, because you're going to want to make sure that you have the planning session and you want to make sure you ask all the questions. So I'd love to know what package you are thinking of offering. Now, I know some of you have worked in Infusionsoft a while. Others may have not, but I would certainly love for you to share. Feel free to share, as I said, below. You can comment, or you can comment in the Facebook group and share with all of us, because I would certainly like to know. And so your homework is to complete the mock project that's in the module. I have library here. I need to change that. It's in the module. Look over the marketing flow document that's also in the module. Review your packages and share. Now we have a Q&A call coming up in a couple of weeks. And so what I invite you to do is spend this time, write down your questions, and you can certainly reach out to me between now and the Q&A call. I mean, you can post in Facebook, you can post here in Kajabi. And then I can certainly answer those. If you cannot make it, same thing, post somewhere where I can see it, send me an email directly at help@techiementor.com, and I'll make sure it gets asked and answered. I'm also going to be sharing information in that Q&A call about the upcoming advanced course that I have just reworked, so that's exciting. So that will be coming. If you want to continue to advance your knowledge in Infusionsoft, that one's going to take more of a deeper dive, so be on the lookout for that. So as always, help at Techie Mentor. You can find me. You can find me in here by leaving me a comment. You can also find me in Facebook. Remember, neither one of those. Kajabi stays, Facebook stays. Okay, so thank you so much. I was so glad that you are here and are so glad that you took part in this course. I hope to see you in the advanced course, and I really am looking forward to hearing the packages that you came up with. So please be sure to share, and I look forward to talking to you on our Q&A call. See you then. Bye.